Aprina and her group were talking about fighting the good fight. So life gets hard, but you gotta fight the good fight. I want to remind us to be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. To be like our brother Paul and fight the good fight. To remember that nothing can separate us from the love of God that's found in Christ. Not trouble or hardship, persecution or famine, not nakedness or danger, not the demons nor the angels, not the sword or the knife, not death or life, neither depth nor height. Nah, nothing in this life can separate us from the love of God that's found in Christ. But nothing is sadder than one who knows this message, but they let the troubles of this world deem it ineffective. I say this because there was a time in my life I gave up on the faith. Shame my past, other people's opinions stayed up in my face. And I carried those burdens around like workout weights. Exercising the wrong muscles, depression, hopelessness, a life leading to nothing. Fighting with sin, body beat, living a life of defeat. Looking in the mirror, my own reflections like, who is she? Until someone told me the best words I ever heard. Jesus Christ came to set you free. And then I read it with my own eyes. Galatians 5. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, people of God. And that's not just with your feet. Don't let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. And nah, that's not like black and white. That's more like get back and fight. Get back in life. Stand firm in Christ. And if Christ ever calls, we're the people of God. I've heard me say in unison, here I am, Lord. I used to be so down, I had to ask myself, why would I tell other people about Christ? When even with Him, we face tragedies, heartache, and pain in this life. But it makes me think of a fellow poet who was molested many ungodly ways. She stood in a room full of people, didn't complain about the Christ or grumble about her life, even though she was touched repeatedly and repeatedly. She didn't budge, but rather she talked about Christ's love. She looked each of them in the eye, knowing everyone wanted to know how she could possibly trust in God instead of deny. How she chose not to run but rely in the arms of El Shaddai. As the room sat still, feeling sad for her, she clearly said, it's in God I trust, because I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. So I ask again, what can separate us from the love of God that's found in Christ? Not trouble or hardship, persecution or famine, not nakedness or danger, not the demons or the angels, not the sword or the knife, not death or life, neither depth nor height. Nah, nothing in this life could ever separate us from the love of God that's found in Christ. So if your body's beating, eyes are bleeding from the pain you're seeing, hanging on to this life support that you barely breathing, trying to hang on to God but you barely cleaving, just want somebody to say good job but there's nobody around. Everybody's gone and you left all alone. The room gets quiet and there's no one to applaud. Just sit in silence and trust in God.